Well, hello everyone. This is Robin Carter with Robin's Creations. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator out of Flower Mound, Texas, and today I'm here to do the unboxing of the first kit, Paper Pumpkin Kit for 2025, the January kit called Hearts for You. So you're catching me on a very casual day today, but I wanted to do the unboxing anyway. And before we begin, let me thank those of you that have subscribed to my channel. Thank you so much for your support. Those of you that are new, welcome to my channel. And if you find some inspiration here or want to see the alternative cards I make with this kit, be sure and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you do not miss those. So let's switch down to hands down. And by the way, in my last video, I may have said the wrong date. Today is the 17th. I think I said that in my last video, which I actually did on the 16th. But anyway, today is Friday, January 17th of 2025, and we're going to do the unboxing in just 1 second. So, as I said, this is the January kit we're just receiving, and we'll do a full unboxing of that. But going on now is the subscription period for the February Paper Pumpkin Kit. It is a card kit, and it also coordinates with the Grow with Love bundle, item number 164804. So be sure and don't miss out on that kit. One value I truly love about Paper Pumpkin is, one, you get kit exclusive stamp sets, so those aren't available for purchase in the catalog. You can only get them with these kits, as well as start collecting your classic Stampin' Spots, which the one for February will be Petunia Pop, which is one of our new in colors that came in the catalog this past time. I also want to remind everyone about Celebration. So even if you are a Paper Pumpkin customer only, I want you to be aware that you can purchase prepaid Paper Pumpkin subscriptions and qualify for Celebration items so long as your merchandise total is $60 or $120. So be sure and be aware of that. You can purchase the add-ons, prepaid subscriptions, and maybe some basic supplies that you need to make alternative cards to extend your kit, that qualifies for that as well. Okay, let's get to the business at hand. Set that catalog behind me. And as I said, the only thing I have done is taken off the outside wrapper, and I have my mailing label. So I keep that nearby because we need to test our stamps, like I always tell everyone. Okay, I almost forgot about this. Okay, so when you get your kit, you're going to have some glue dots on top. And what they have said is that the glue dots inside here are defective. So they threw some in on the top to correct that. I don't know what's defective about them. We might test those out. We have the stamp set, and we have a classic red ink spot. So that's kind of nice. So let's set this aside, and as I always say, we need to test our stamps before we even begin. So even if you're not going to do this kit for a while, say you don't have time or whatever, always test your stamp sets because they can only replace these for up to 90 days and while supplies last. So when you get your kit in, you're going to want to test these out. Now, I recommend getting a Versamark ink pad. It's basically a watermark stamp pad. And what this does is it really helps the ink to stick to your photopolymer stamps more smoothly, if that's a way to say it. It also helps protect it from some staining. It will still stain, and that doesn't damage your stamps at all. It just shows you use them. They're well loved. Now, I just happen to have a full-size smoky slate on my desk. So, as I said, I just took off the flimsy part, leaving them on the thicker acetate. And you can see, especially with a solid image like that heart, the Versamark will help it stamp more solid. So again, and this is just the mailing label. It's not our smooth coated white paper, which is meant for stamping. The smooth surface helps the ink to go on more smooth. on our basic white paper. All right, so let's see if I did a good impression. Okay, so it looks like my stamps are good, and this also helps me to read the sentiments to you guys. I love the script. It says, "You have my heart." That's a nice saying for more than just Valentine's Day. Some cute heart shapes. That's a solid one, and the more you use solid stamps, the better they will stamp. A cute little leaf. A pretty script of love, and then here's basic you. Celebrate love, and you're my favorite. Now, I like that stamp set because you could say you are my favorite friend, you're my favorite person. So you could use that for more than just Valentine's Day as well. I think my chamois are a little damp still from yesterday. So let's clean the ink off there. This is half a chamois. My quartered ones looked dry, so I'll go re-wet those when I start crafting again. All right, so you can put this on here. Now I'm going to put this in my smaller favorite things. These things really help me keep things organized, and I'll put the glue dots in there as well. And then the big one will be for our whole kit. So let's bring the kit back in. I tend to pull up that tissue paper. That really helps me to get the contents out. And then I'm going to set my box here on my side table. And if you're new to Paper Pumpkin, know that the instructions are on the flip side. So let me close this ink so I don't get ink on anything. All right, so when I go to open these, I get some scissors and I go along the part that doesn't have materials. That way I don't damage them by accidentally cutting them while I open my kit. My computer's asking me a question, so I needed to get that out of the way so it doesn't ding on me again. All right, and then I just slide this down the center-ish. We have some nice red twine. I love colored twine. That was nice rather than the basic tan. And then we have some embellishments and the defective glue dots. Let's see what they meant by defective. Excuse me. All right, let me get my take your pick tool. Somewhere in one of my jars here on the desk. You know what, I'll just use my scissors. What is defective about them? I don't know. It feels normal. Maybe the back doesn't come off. Let's test that on a little zip bag here. Well, it doesn't feel as sticky, so maybe that's what's wrong with it. But no, they did make it right and gave us another strip right in the top of your kit. So I'll just throw that one away. All right. So again, nice, cute heart embellishments. I love that. A good sheet of dimensionals. Now, if you follow me, these are the larger dimensionals, and I cut these in half. Although they look a little smaller than our normal large ones. Maybe that's just me seeing it. All right, so let's set that in my little envelope. Okay, then we have this cute gold foiled label here with hearts. I have 1, 2, 3. We have, let's see, it looks like all the same envelopes, and darn, they're just solid red inside. So I did end up cutting up the green ones, which I just showed in my last video, and I'm going to redeem myself on my stamping that I did last night. All right, some cute card bases. I love the stripe, and it's double-sided. So here we know automatically we can get at least 2 card alternatives from each card base. Some more heart card fronts, it looks like. And note they have some punch outs here for the hearts. There's 3. I'll just punch those out so you can see them better. 1, 2, 3. All right, so 1, 2, 3 of those. And then we have some labels here. Can you see that? That's like a flag. I'll punch that out too. It's hard to see the white on white, isn't it? Okay, so you can see the negative space better. So we have a nice little flag. And by the way, when I take these off, this one didn't do it as bad, but sometimes where it's attached, you get a little nib, and that is on that side. If it was on the label like it is here, I'd just take my scissors and go along with it to make it smooth. You could also use a sanding block, which we used to have. All right, and a longer flag label, about the length of my palm. 2 of those it looks like, and well, basically 2 more of the same thing. And then we have this strip of hearts. So that is a cute little whoops, excuse me, could be a border or something. Now see, once again, I have a little nib on that heart. So this one would be a little trickier to get off, but you can snip that off and some more, and I'll probably sand those off. All right, so 2 of these sheets. Let me start putting things in my envelope before it goes missing. And I'll put my already punched out items in the little envelope, so those don't go missing. Okay. Oh, cute card bases. I love the, is that like a, it reminds me of the Waves of the Ocean designer series paper, if any of you remember that. It's almost a mix between a marbling, I think, and a watercolor wash. But we have 3 of those, both double-sided. Hooray for that. And some nice labels that are gold foiled lined there, and that's pretty big pieces there. And then some beautiful hearts, again, in that same marble-ish finish. And then some solid red with some, I don't know what that's, just different colors. Okay, and then let's see here. Are these just white card bases? One, yep, just white. Now, let me tell you, these aren't as thick as our thick white basic paper. So what I do when we get white like this is I sometimes use these for embossing. So if I do any emboss layers, I can use this and then still stick them on our thick white card bases, and they'll be nice and thick. Now I like this. I guess it shows it's kind of a champagne color of hearts and the word love. The hearts are different size. I think these are, yeah, these are stickers, so I'm not going to take them off yet. But a nice shine to those. And then as we saw in the preview, some champagne foiled hearts. I like this one a lot. Okay, does that show better there? Maybe on the white. So nice shine there to that. So just 1 sheet of each of those. And then we have this, which they've included in our kits now that they no longer print this on the thick acetate to our stamp sets. I do store this in my little sleeve that I store all my paper pumpkins in that my subscribers will receive in the mail, as well as a 1-inch coordinating piece of cardstock to put on this, the back of your ink spot, because I do recommend you store them all face down. That way the ink is on top of the ink pad, much like our full-size pads. So that's just another little tip for you. So let me put all my goodies away, and then I'm going to redeem myself from my last video. I think I know what happened is my, I was showing you how to stamp, and my thing did not wasn't in the corner. So I want to share with you that delightful daisy stamp set, which I have lined up. Now, one thing I do recommend, and I forgot to do it, is it helps to tape this in the corner so it stays. So you can just use some Scotch tape or whatever, but I wanted to share that delightful daisies, beautiful 2-step, or it's really like a 3-step stamp set. So I have it on a couple different plates because there's the stem, and if you missed that, you can go watch that video and laugh at me as I laugh at myself for that. All right, so let's get out the pecan pie for the stem. And I think my pecan pie needs refilled. Last I stamped it, it was very light. So I'm probably going to do it twice, especially that top. Okay, another good thing about using a stamp positioning tool is you can go right back over it and make it darker. Okay, now for the detailed flowers, because it is a solid image, I do recommend you get out your Versamark. Let's see, mine is over here, and it really helps the ink to stick better. If you didn't watch that video, you're like, why are you doing this, Robin? But I wanted to show you that it does line up with each other. So you could just do this and it would be pretty. And I think I've got my magnet on a stamp. But see how you can see through? It's like a more solid image. All right, and then I'm going to clean that off. Get my other plate. And this has the detail on it. All right, and I think I used peach pie. Okay, now here's the, I did spend some time lining that up. I think what happened was my thing was not in the corner, my paper. See how that lines up beautifully with that? And then one other thing that I like is they have leaves that coordinate with this. So it's more like a, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4-step stamping. And my leaves are on the other side of maybe that first plate. I've got, there they are. They're just behind this other stamp. Okay, and I have some mossy meadow here. I should probably get my spot out for this or I'll get ink all over, but, and then make sure it's in the corner always. I got in a hurry last time and I didn't do that step. And that's on a flower. So there you go. Isn't that cute? And it looks like I got a little not ink up that top one. So we can go right back over that one and get a better ink on that. And that is from the, let me make sure I'm saying the name right. The Delightful Wishes. So look how that adds such color by doing those 4 different stamps there. It also has cute little 2-step flowers, and there's one that I did as well. So that's just redeeming myself from my last video. Things happen, and I keep my videos real, you guys know. So if your stuff is coming out of alignment, just make sure that is in the corner. And this one I have taped so it doesn't move. And so there, I did stamp that correctly for my alternatives ending the December kit. So thanks for joining me, everyone. I can switch back to me, even though I'm not real dressed up. All right, I hope you guys get your kit soon, and be sure to subscribe. I will get the sentiments out. I'm trying to see where they are. I will make a cut file for these sentiments. I'm able to do sentiments only. I cannot trace artwork of the hearts or the leaf, but I will put the sentiment tracings for individual labels. If you're new to my channel, I do have an Etsy shop where I have many cut files for the words of paper pumpkin stamps as well as regular stamps and the sentiments that are on those. So have a great day, everyone, and I don't know that I'll have time this weekend to start on alternatives, but be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and ring the bell for notifications of when my next video is out. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.